They're sucking the blood of the sufferer. Tell the children the truth. Tell the children the truth. Welcome back to the Steady Show. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Today we are going to talk about Marky G, you know, man. We're going to talk about the Machiavellian Mark, the ambivalent one, unpatriotic, totalitarian, untrustworthy, collusive, performative, condescending, unimaginative, disruptive. We are back live, ladies and gentlemen.
Please, I'm suggesting that you are pathologically mendacious.
Who remember the famous pathologically mendacious statement made by the one Kenny Knight? Kenny and Joker. But listen, man, Mark is too mendacious. Mark has been lying to the Jamaican people for so long. A 25 million plus Mark Golden, opposition leader and Mick. And this man has yet in 4 years to make one move that really merits the kind of pay that he gets. Mark Golding seems to believe that because he's opposition leader, his only duty is to just oppose everything. We're going to talk about this Machiavellian politics thing. It is what happened during FinSac, you know. Don Crawford, former owner of Century National Bank, he did also put this in the newspaper, that it was a Machiavellian move. Remember, you know, Tupac also used the term Machiavelli, you know, in that same song, you know. Hail Mary when it started out, you know. I ain't no dirter, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting. And you know what I talk about. This whole idea of dark politics. Machiavellianism is really something that comes from Niccolo Machiavelli. He was a political philosopher. Machiavelli really believed in a dark politics, getting power at any cost. This is the kind of stuff that these guys practice. Remember, so when Tupac did the song Hit 'Em Up, you know, Tupac said one of the most disrespectful things ever said in a song, you know. You claim to be a player, you know, but me mess with your wife, you know. When Tupac said that, you know, that mashed up Biggie head, you know. Because Biggie was singing Juicy and all of them kind of song there. Tupac wasn't playing no games. He wanted to get to the top. Tupac really precipitated his and Biggie's own life by doing this very disrespectful song. But this is the Machiavellian mindset, you know. It's about revenge. It's about complete annihilation of your enemy. It's about completely taking out and wiping out your enemy at any cost to the point where they can no longer touch you or you have no reason to fear them. It was the same Tupac, you know, who said he did not have anything personal against Biggie, you know, but he was just doing it to sell records. This is the kind of mindset that Peter Bunting and Mark Golding has towards politics, you know. One of the things Machiavelli believed, it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both, you know. And in some cases, they prefer to be feared because if you are just the kind of somebody where people love, they're going to test you. So tie that into Andrew Holness now and see what I go on. Andrew is a nice dude and enough people love him. They know some people not going to love them like how they love Andrew, you know. They were going to make people fear them. So when they see Mark and walk around with people in a jungle and so on, I don't love him I look for. Him a put himself in a one position so that if things must be done, him have people and can call upon. Remember say when the rise of the message did leak out, you know. This a Peter Bunting up here so. He was the one who mentioned the Machiavellian master stroke when they managed to get Damien Crawford out of the system as it relates to the general secretary thing. He spoke of Crawford in the first paragraph, yes sir, as being a malignant narcissist. But that's what Bunting is. But they use what is called projection. Projection means to say the very qualities that they possess, they accuse others of having those same qualities. So it's just like some people, when them a cheat, them accuse the person them a cheat on first. They know that it is not true, you know. So when they hear about corruption, illicit 6, illicit 8, they know. I don't true them I tell. I know someone say they hate Andrew Holness, you know. If you think I hate, they hate Andrew Holness. Or I misinterpret what them I do. They're just trying to influence voters to look at Andrew Holness in a negative light because they know that they cannot compete with Andrew Holness's performance. So they have to find something else that is of interest to people. So it is no surprise when you see Rattigan them a stage protests all over the world. No protest now go on in Jamaica about government, It's all a part of the game. They are willing to shake down the government because Machiavelli believes the person who captures a city and doesn't burn it down is basically failing and exposing themselves to people who gonna come after them later. So this is what it's all about. It's about tricking people, deceiving people deliberately to get the outcome that you need. So just imagine Tupac being as disrespectful as he could. Not because he hated his target, but because it could help him. The one thing about people, people are either attracted to acts of love or they're attracted to acts of brutality. That's why the crime channel them do so well on YouTube. That's why action movies are attractive because people love to see the idea of getting rid of your enemy, especially when it is obvious to your enemy the wrong. But you have to understand that you don't have to do these people anything for them to see you as an enemy. The only thing you need to do is to stand in the way of them and their goals. Because at the end of the day, they're driven by power and they are driven by greed. They are not driven by natural human emotion of love. You never look at Bunting face? Sometimes, the other day, Mr. Bunting in our meeting, and somebody was talking, somebody that it is said that Bunting doesn't like. I want to see the man facial expression, miserable. That dark energy hangs over Bunting, especially. And that coldness that comes with Mark Golden, that emotionless voice when he speaks, he sounds like one big old robot. It's all a part of the things that agitate and stir up people's spirit. Because say it's not genuine, but nevertheless, you are hooked to it. Because you want to figure out, will people vote for them? But you have to understand, and this is where vote buying comes in. This is where they do all manner of things behind the scenes because as far as they are concerned, it's just all about the numbers. They just want to win the votes. So them all over the country right now looking for all manner of people to challenge the MPs that are sitting in parliament, and they need to find 18 seats in addition to what they have right now in order to win the election. And I'm telling you, Jamaica, as much as I don't want to put it out there, may I tell you, if you don't vote in that upcoming election, these guys are going to find a way to trick people right now with the fake polls, the news media releases, the attacks on the government. The other day, Mr. Philip Palwell come out. Philip Palwell, of all persons, come out to accuse government about JPS. But I felt a Palwell sell out JPS, put we in a trouble, just using it as an example how these people do bad things for which they are not personally accountable. And that is dangerous. Bunting talk about the Machiavellian master stroke. Not that I would have advocated it. So they will throw stones and hide their hands. They don't want Andrew to succeed. So all of a sudden, mass shooting at Clarendon, mass shooting just take place at Christopher Martin grandmother wake the other day. These things could be political in nature because dark triad traits mean to say if they have to destabilize the government, they will. Extremist behavior. So me I talk about some dark personalities. The election now go serious, And the reason why it go serious is that this is the one chance they have, They will never have this chance again to come this close to becoming the government. Proven it's not doing well right now. They had to shut down DBG because of all the Shaw. So these guys want to use the government for selfish gain and they will do anything to win power. So me I tell you, Jamaica, on a better vote. Yeah, man, so the dark triad trait is all about the emotional coldness, the deception, and the aggressiveness. You see how aggressive the politics has gotten in Jamaica. Looking at the US context right now, Kamala Harris, they are radiating so much positive energy And the people all over America, they are feeling it right now. We know what they're fighting against. Project 2025. Capitalists just want to use the people to make money and to gain power and not help humanity. And God don't like them thing there. Father God don't like it. So, on a better pray for Jamaica, you know. Good people better vote. Dark triad traits are here in a Jamaican politics. May we talk about ambivalent Mark Golden. What do I mean by that? The contradictory ideas that he puts out there. So, a Mark did out here talk about you can't have 1 foot in the king's yard. And then when we check it out, Mark Golden had 1 foot in the king's yard, and he still does. Yet he was in public talking about it. The other day, me hear Mark Golden come back, and he must say, a Porsche bring him into the politics. This thing he was doing, there was an interview on BOJ TV, Kern Spencer, PMP TV, and he was talking about a Porsche making coming into the politics. And then when he was talking about FinSac, he said it was Omar Davies, mendacious Mark Golden, lying to the people. We asked Mark Golden about the UK citizenship situation. Mark Golden, come out here. Come send me what, show you what expired passport, as if that is proof for citizenship. Mark Golden, the son of the colonial masters, still looks at Jamaica as a colony. Look how educated Jamaicans are, and him still not do nothing. All of these things he no feel say he need to do, because he feels that with the money he has, the power, the clout, and the connections, he should the most important job in the country. He keeps talking about his father as if he's entitled to become the Prime Minister of Jamaica because of all the things he claims that his father has done for Jamaica. No more white savior business we don't want. So he's very ambivalent about the idea of renouncing his citizenship because he's conflicted. He has conflict of interest. Remember, say Mark have all kind of businesses all over the world, in a British territories, in a Bermuda, British Virgin Island, in a Grand Cayman. Yet Mark, I walk up and down with people in a jungle as if he's just an everyday guy. We even look at the event them where we are keeping at Jamaica. The other day when we see Mark a Grand Gala, people keep talking about it. That Mark look down when the flag's supposed to fly, the way he dresses when it comes on to certain events. It shows that him no care, and Peter Bunting no care either. Complete sellouts, no sense of patriotism, which means to say they don't have no genuine love for Jamaica, and Jamaicans, they only see Jamaica as a financial tool to use for their own benefit. Jamaica are going good now in a one democratic thing. Now, one of the things you need to understand about Mark is this, you know. Mark wants to have so much power that he thinks it's okay to be a citizen of the United Kingdom and Jamaica, similarly to what his foreparents did in a colonial times. These things are the things that can easily lead to dictatorship. You see what's going on in America? The totalitarian mindset whereby them run things and people listen to what them say and do what they want them to do. The man cannot be a trustworthy person because he lies so much. Him say him go renounce him citizenship, him not do it. He's very collusive. As we said before, him and Peter Bunting are different sides of the same coin. But one man tell a story the other day, say, when Mark ascended to the leadership of the party and he went to Bunting, I said, how come Mark are the leader and Elisa Hanna should have been the rightful leader? He said that Bunting's reply was, listen, I am Mark Golden and Mark Golden is me. So all of Jamaica knows that once we are deal with one, we are deal with the other. Mark is also very performative. So when I hear you come out and your wholeness, you know who the illicit 6 are, and you need to come out and tell the people. Performative. Acting as if he has a genuine concern and as if this is real. As we say in my last video, PMP always pick out one number of people when they want to seem legitimate. In a Multi Perkins time, they used to talk about the gang of five. The other day, they talk about five fingered, talking about when they lost the election in a Peter Phillips time there, about money that people did get and them only look about for them own people them. Somebody say they don't function as a government, they function as a political party who just do things for them own interest. And the condescending attitude that the man takes towards the people. Don't make my money already. All them something there. When have we ever heard this kind of foolishness? Gave him the big pay raise the other day. Come back and say, ain't gonna share up money against less fortunate people and so on. And when people are called upon them to do things, when the whole country is saying, renounce, 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 him a talk about, oh, I'm not doing on a bummy basis, and a little guy came out the other day and decides that he's going to renounce because gold in the field to say him for renounce. The man is unimaginative. Golden have no fresh ideas. In 2016, Andrew was able to say, we're going to raise the income tax threshold. All Golden talk about time come. It is time to go home, Mark Golden. It's time to go home, Mark Golden. Time to go home. Very disruptive by not accepting the results or by declaring victory in the local government election the other day. Just like in a USA, what did happen, when Trump said, I'm going to lose the election, he come up with this whole thing about stop the steal, And up to this day, even though it's been proven, even though he's filed so many cases, no proof, he still says it. This is the kind of mindset these people are bent on thinking and acting in one particular way, Jamaica, and we are not ready for this kind of politics. There are too many impressionable minds in a Jamaica for us to be playing games with them. So we are saying to the people them who need to vote, put Jamaica out of misery from early by making sure, say, on election day, on a vote to keep Andrew Holness in the government, because this is the guy who is really building up Jamaica. PNP, throughout their administrations, have never grown the Jamaican economy, and that's a problem. Now they're coming back, wanting to steal the economy because they want to use the government for personal gain in a Machiavellian style. Now, if I miss anything we never talk about, or not make me know in the people, but listen, man, like, share, and subscribe to the Steady Show while we talk about them things here we are going in a Jamaica. Steady.